Hello and welcome to Stream Tabulous. So today I want to take a look at doing a little bit of a doodle and then how to select parts of that doodle to turn it into, or rather use AI to help clean it up and turn it into art, which is helpful if, like me, you have a disability and can't do art the way you used to, but might be able to do a little bit of a scribble but not be able to put the time and effort in as you used to do due to things like, well, for me, neuromuscular body condition, plus a arm which was broken thanks to a nasty uncle. So yeah, we'll get over to the intro and then we'll take a look at how to do that. At the end of the video, hang around for a little bit. I've got a link to Aclys and how that you can actually help donate to him to keep him going with making AI diffusion for Krita, which myself, I find the tool to be very, very, very helpful, having the disabilities that I have and allowing me to continue to express myself in art and images. So yeah, we'll get over to the intro and then we'll take a look at how to do a doodle and use AI to make it look great. Okay, I've drawn my frog. I've actually reduced the image because well, it's this AI is slow for my system, so I'm actually going to change that. I'm going to go 600, and then I'm going to drop my resolution down to 150, and I'm hoping that's just going to speed up the AI a bit. So 600. There is that there. And I'm just coming through and I'm cleaning up with the hand tremors. It's even with the pen, it's really hard. Limited range of movement as well means I've got to move the shoulder more to actually do the drawing. And the move of the shoulder, you get the more height sort of jerks on the image. So yeah, because the radial head is there. So you've got the radius and the ulnar, and they're cross-positioned over top of each other and trapping nerves. There's no real range of motion. That is it. So I can't turn my wrist like that. I have that is it. And when I do that, it's like hitting your funny bone. You can actually feel that ulnar nerve getting impinged on. So really hard with the even with the pen, it's difficult, and I find myself grabbing the mouse, which is on a really high DPI, because the small motion of the movement in the mouse is actually set up to go halfway across the screen, makes the hand tremors worse. So they're more noticeable on the image, but at the same time, it's just easier. And I've never been able to learn my left hand. I have tried, and it's only been for close to 15 years now that the damage has been bad enough that I haven't been able to do what I used to do. So I'm going to change this model, and I'm going to go to the Lightning Model Dream Shaper. This can be hit and miss for how it works, just to warn you. I found on the 3060 I get better results. So what we're going to do is we're going to trace our mushroom. We need to duplicate the layer as well, which is really important. We'll get to that. We can duplicate it after we traced. It won't affect anything, thankfully. Still love using the pen. I'm going to duplicate that layer. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a control layer, and we're going to have that on Scribble, and we'll paste in here 2D cartoon mushroom red with white spots, and we're going to hit fill, and hopefully it will turn our scribble there into a drawing of a mushroom. Okay, so there's our mushroom, and it will do. We can use that. I'm just going to hide that background. We'll apply that. I'll hide that. And it's actually traced, you can see there's a little white outline on that. So we'll get to that. So there's our mushroom. We can run a couple if we want and see how they turn out. So might run another one and see what that looks like. And then I'm going to cherry pick the best. So I'll do a couple of renders and we'll see if we get to what I want. And that is better, other than the eyes. That's okay. I don't mind that. So, I mean, we can go through and just easily, very easily, just apply that now and just paint those eyes out. So, I'll just go to that pinky sort of colour there. I don't know why that's going into that colour. It shouldn't. I want that colour. Interesting. Oh, very weird. Oh, I'm using the blender. There we go. Remember to change your brush, boys and girls. So, I'd usually use the pen, but for this, because it is easier on cleaning up to use the pen. So there's our mushroom. So we can hide that. We can see our mushroom. Now we're going to do our frog. Same way, we're going to select our frog, and then we're going to do the exact same thing. So I've selected my frog, and I've done 2D cartoon cute blob frog. Eight-bit color. I only ever used a few colors when I was doing it, and like I said, bad at shading and that. So where's our frog? It's on the background layer, so make sure we change that to background layer. Hit refine. We're on 100% for that one, and we'll see what our frog looks like. Okay, so I've worked out the black background issue that occurs with this and why duplicating works. Accidentally had that hidden when I did my frog, and my frog came out as solid black. So yeah, so we've worked that out. So there's our frog. Yeah, it'll do. So, I mean, it's cleaning up my mess, right? And that's what it's all about with having a disability, is just finding something to aid you more than anything. Okay, so there's our background. I'm going to just flood what I've just done there with black. Sounds weird, I know. So I'm just going to flood that background. And now I can see my outlines on the frog. And that's important, and this is important. So we're going to go to that, and then we're going to come through, and we're going to erase as close as we can to our mushroom to aid the next bit. If you've got problems, then, you know, it's never going to be clean. So put that background back on, important it seems. And then we're going to come through and trace again everything. So we're going to trace the frog and trace the mushroom. Okay. So remove our control layer. We're going to change this to 2D cartoon forest. We're going to change this to replace background, and we're going to hit render. Okay, I've done a couple of renders, and I didn't like any of them, except for this one. I like this one, so we're going to go for that. So we're going to go apply there. So now we have our frog in the forest. We do have some artifacts around the edging, and that can take a bit to clean up. Usually what I'd do is put the full description in there, and then I would select sort of that area. I should probably select more than that so you actually get a bit of the mushroom. So select it like this. Get a bit of that outside in. Different methods are the best. I think entire image and then in paint. Generally, I believe that's the one that works the best for it. It is hit and miss. So we're going to try that, and that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to clean it up so it blends everything in. Sometimes flattening your image works better as well. Okay, so we can see that is better than it was before, so we'll apply that. May have to come through and, you know, do a little bit of painting and a cleanup. I can see here, like, it's pulling in a little bit, it's painted out a little bit. We've still got some areas. I do like that rounded look. We will apply that. I'm going to go through and clean this up. Some of what I'm going to do is actually flatten the entire image. Yep. Okay. And we're going to have to duplicate that as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come through. I'm actually going to paint a little bit manually. And that's going to help tighten it in that little bit more. And it doesn't have to be too perfect, but it will help the AI not to actually generate a lot of white, which is what we're hitting at the moment. So doing it like this can help that cleanup process. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to select again. Like froggy butt, keep that. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to go through and we're going to clean it up a little bit by little bit, and we'll skip forward and show you the result. I'll probably show you this one, and then we'll see the rest of it. Okay, so this one here is actually set up to a refine of 90% strength. So what that was on was, it was on custom, and then I just dropped it down to 90 and I hit the refine. Because the two of the 100%, there was a bit too much white in it, and that one there was drawing a bit of the body. So I dropped it back to the 90% and then I hit refine. The one running at the moment is a test on remove, which sometimes works well. But I think that 90% refine is the one we're going to go for. So we'll come through and I will continue to work on the rest of the image. So I'm going to go back to that root merge and I will continue doing the painting. And I'm going to work on the rest of it, and then we'll come through and we'll do the whole thing. Yeah, we can see that remove didn't work, so we'll ignore that one. So we're going to go through the 90%. So we're going to paint it up to just clean it up so the AI doesn't sort of mess up too much. That layer there, we will need to do a little bit of an erase on. Just that section there. Okay. Work it. Make sure that's hidden. And yeah, then we can see it. Okay. Okie dokie. Back to our painting. We're just going to come through. Finish that up. And we'll let the AI clean it up. So I'll do, I want to select that. So we're just going to clean up as much as we can of the background with the closest colors to it. And then we're just going to select the area like we did down here. And we're just going to run through and have it set where it is on that 90% and just do the refine from there. And then we'll see the end result. Okay, so for some of the areas I had to reduce it down to 70%, and don't forget, if you end up like when I selected this area down here, I was getting some legs, so I had to remove the word frog temporarily, and this is what we've got. So let's have a look at that. If we were to turn off everything which we've just added, get a bit of a look at what we've done. So that was our render after we did our characters individually, and then I've just painted out the pieces. And we come through and we did our test section. So remember, we're on custom and we refined it, and we've come through and I've added some color there, and then I've refined it more. So I've refined every one of the sections. I had to paint down there, and then we'll refine the bottom, and then I'll refine that side, and that is my image. So it's worked rather well. So we can turn that back up now, and we can flatten our image. And we can come through, and my arm is killing me from doing all this. This is a lot. And we can just use our tool, our blender, just to fix up some areas like this, which might not look correct. So we just come through. Oof. My body's been playing up a lot lately. It hasn't been fun. That's why I've been away. A lot of medical stuff going on, some of it rather frightening. So here's our image. So you can see the AI has cleaned it up fantastic, but we can also go further than that. So we can, it's looking at our base, so we want to duplicate that. Now we can drop this back and we can refine our entire image. So we're going to go 50%. We have our description in there. 2D frog on a red mushroom cartoon. I'm just going to put a comma in there so it knows that is the whole thing. So what we'll do is we'll cut that word and put it at the front. So cartoon 2D. Positioning the words can matter. So put cartoon 2D frog on a red mushroom. Background, forest, grass, detailed, beautiful. So now we've done our entire image, we've rendered our normal drawing and created something which we're rather happy with. It feels nice. So we're going to go through and just refine the entire image. Might need a little less strength, might need a little more strength. It depends on how it looks and how happy we are with the image. So we're guiding it to what we want. Okay, that is way too much, so we just take it back more. So we'll take it back to 30%, and we'll refine it again. So, because we want it to look like ours. This one, I mean, it's great, but it's taken it away from my frog. I really like the little flobby arms, froggy legs. I love frogs. So, I mean, that is great. It's a great image, but it's not quite what ours is. We just want to refine my one. So we can come down there, and that is way better. So you can see it's cleaning it up more, and we can apply that, and we can refine it again at 30%. And we can keep doing that until it cleans up a little bit by little bit, and anything which is wrong with it, we can refine that a little bit further. So, but it's just a nice way to use AI to refine our image and help it clean it up. So there we go. I love that one there. I think that's great. And I mean, we could, if we wanted to, on that layer, we could apply it. We could go 100%, and we could go line art, and we could render it on that and see what that would do for the image, because usually line art is going to keep everything as is. Sometimes 100% can be a little bit strong for it, but it's just another way that we can try to clean it up and sharpen up the image. So you can play with your layers, but this gives you an idea how you can take your drawing and sort of clean it up if you're losing the ability or losing an ability to draw like I am, or perhaps maybe you can't draw at all, and you know, you just want to scribble something down. Maybe your drawing is like my drawing with my disability. Possible. Drawing's not easy for everyone. I was drawing since I was a kid, from year one upwards, and yeah, I remember in primary school I was they were printing my work off for everyone to actually colour in, which was really nice. So yeah, but this is a way to give you an ability and give you more control, and I love that. It's fantastic, but yeah, it's not my work. So dial that strength back, and we can try 50%. So again, it's concentrating on the line art, but it's also looking through at the base image when you do that. So it should give you more control again. And we can see what that image would look like if we actually clicked it on here as well. So we'll do that, and we'll let that run next, and we'll have a look at what that line art looks like, and it will give us an idea of how it is perceiving our image. There we go, that 50% is absolutely gorgeous. You can see it working there. And we can also, so I'll apply that one, I like that one. And you can see there, that's the way it's perceiving our line art, which is correct. So we just had to adjust that strength. So if we turn that off, we can see the evolution of our drawing as it's come through, and then just refine it a little bit, refine it a little bit, and then refine it a little bit more to give us something like this. So yeah, there we go. So there it is. That's just one way that you can use AI if you can't draw, or if, like me, you're losing the ability to draw and you still want to do something which is more you and have more control over the outcome of the image, even if it is basic. Also, I want to point out, if you can get over to Aclys, and I'll just take you there, just bear with me. So I'll leave this link below. So this is Aclys' page. If you come over to sponsor, you can do a one-time payment of your choice to help him out. And you can see here that he's been working for a long time, and he's doing the AI diffusion by himself as a side project, and it's taking up a lot of his time. So yeah, maybe get over there and donate to him to help him out, because look, without this tool, people like me wouldn't be able to use it to do what I'm doing, photo restoration, which I love doing, and of course doodling with you know, my old school art the best I can. And as you can see, it works exceptionally well. And of course, you can just do pure AI, and then you can edit it, which is fantastic. You can edit it right there with all the tools of Krita, which just makes it so powerful. So it'd be great if you could get over and actually help Aclys out, and that way he keeps working, and it's an incentive for him to continue working on AI for the AI diffusion plugin. Don't forget also, me out, like, subscribe, and get the bell on for notifications. Maybe leave a little comment below. I do find with the AI diffusion and stable diffusion as general, different models will impact the way that art actually works for turning it into something more refined. And also graphics cards make a difference, and I don't know why that is. But I do have the 3060 on the TV, and because it's my gaming PC, and occasionally I'll be sitting there and I'll open up the AI diffusion on the lounge and do a couple of renders just for fun. And I did play with this image on that, and the results are very, very, very different to what I get on this system. And every time I do something on there and I'm like, oh, come over to here and do it on this system, very different. For example, when you select around the frog and the mushroom, and then go replace background, I actually found that if I inverted the selection and instead of replace background, actually did fill, after I had colored my frog and done the mushroom, and did fill and told it what I wanted for the background, I got a far better result. So it's something to keep in mind. The tools are there in AI diffusion, but depending on your system, you may have to work with it a little bit differently to get the results that you're looking for. But overall, this is a idea of how to tackle something and what you can do, how to play with it. That strength, as I said, I ended up turning it down to, I think it was about 70% there. And that helped stop it from doing some weird things where it was just going too free with its AI side of things, where it was working on the top part around the frog, and then once I got to the mushroom, it was trying to put legs on my mushrooms, and I had to dial the strength back. So keep things like that in mind. Oh, I ramble. Part of the autism. So thank you for putting up with that, and thank you for watching my channel. And I'll see you in the next Streamtabulous video. Thank you for watching my video and sticking around to the end. If you like my videos, it'd really help me out if you could like and subscribe. It helps the YouTube algorithm to push my videos out there to more viewers, which in turn helps me and helps everyone. So thank you for watching my video and hanging around to the end, and I will see you in the next video.